The Christian, does the Christian religion, does the Bible talk about heaven? What actually happens in heaven? They criticize us and say Muslims believe in heaven where you're with partners and you live in places and it's all material things. Okay, there's rivers and milk and honey and wine, but these are material things. Okay, we just believe in spiritual things. The Christian will tell you. Ask them what happens in their heaven. Okay, they don't know. Okay, John, I'm going to ask John. John, what happens in your heaven? He's a bit embarrassed. Do you know what happens in heaven according to Christianity? If I become a Christian and I go to heaven, what will I get? He's either not going to answer or he doesn't want to answer. John, I'll tell him what Christianity says. John, do you believe that you're going to be playing the harp and you float around in clouds and you wear white clothes? Is that true? You just play the harp for eternity? He's too embarrassed to say, but that's what they believe. John, do you like listening to the harp every day when you're in the world? You don't like listen to the harp. You like listening to music, but you don't like the harp. It's too boring, isn't it? But you're going to listen to this for eternity in heaven. Sounds like quite boring, I'm sorry. Christianity sounds like a really boring heaven. Islamic heaven is much more interesting heaven, isn't it? We have beautiful partners and rivers and milk and honey and palaces to live in where the bricks are made of gold and silver. Which heaven would you prefer? You would be, okay, right. Now repeat after me. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. This doesn't make sense. That's their heaven. Why is it like that, brothers and sisters? Because the scholars say in the Bible there were descriptions of heaven, same as the Quran. Okay, but over the years they removed it. Do you know why they removed it? Anybody?
They want to make it fair off.
That's right. As the brother says, experienced higher brother, mashallah, brother John. John says because they wanted to scare them into believing. That's what they did. That's what the experts say. Over the years, the Bible, they've removed everything about heaven. Now there's no description of heaven. Ask them what happens in heaven, they can't describe it. There's no descriptions of heaven, exactly what happens in heaven. And they removed it for this reason. This is what the scholars say. Because they wanted to scare people into believing. Forget about heaven. You don't believe, you're going to die, and Jesus died for your sins. You're going to go to hell forever. You'll burn with oil. That's what they teach. So if I do believe, what do I get? You're going to get the harp. God, sounds just as bad. You're going to play the harp forever in eternity. Sounds painful. Okay, never mind. So we continue.